Hello YouTube, this is build video 6. I believe this is the final build video. I believe everything's all done. The build is my GMRS repeater, two-way radio repeater on a trailer. I got the new inverter installed, as I mentioned in another video. Everything seems to be working fine. I'm running off a battery now. You see the cords unplugged there. I got the handheld hooked up. I'm using the stock repeater on a 12 volt battery there, so I can go to locations and test. I know I've gotten comments, on this battery. It should be a deep cycle. It should be, all this other stuff. And honestly, this is just to test a location. This is not going to be a permanent type of situation. I'm hoping that the location will have AC power and I won't have to deal with the battery. And the reason why I bought this battery, because I need a battery for my tractor. So this battery will be going into my tractor when I'm done with it. So that's kind of why I picked this battery, if you guys are wondering why I didn't buy a deep cycle. I could have probably bought that and used it in the tractor maybe. I don't know. I just bought the cheapest battery I could find for the tractor and for this project. So that's why I have the battery. I did get the antenna holder all painted up. That's all done. Spray painted it quick. I didn't paint the metal box yet. I did end up using the turnbuckles. What I did was on one end of the turnbuckle, I was able to use a regular threaded nut as a lock washer. The other end is left-handed thread. And the hardware store didn't have none of that in this size. So I just screwed it all the way down. And then I can only, I lose some adjustment, but I do have about an inch adjustment. Each rope is tagged with slash marks that are also in the eyelid here. Obviously, I can't write number 4 easily on that, so I just took a Dremel and made ticks. So when I go to set this up, I will know which rope goes which corner. I have the handheld set on low power because I don't need it real high because the repeater's right there. And the reason why I'm doing this with the laptop, some people are getting kind of confused, is because I don't have a second person to stand next to the trailer and say, hey, you sound good. So in this particular setup, I'm using the laptop. I'm using basically it's kind of like a simplex repeater to transmit to the main repeater. The good news about doing it this way, as I said before in other videos, I get to actually hear how the audio sounds when it plays it back. If it sounds scratchy, I will hear it playback scratchy. So that's kind of the advantage of doing it this way. Yes, I know I can get a box to replace the computer, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm using the computer. So this inverter seems to be working a lot better. I'm going to do a quick radio check here. Radio check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Radio check, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's no hum. I have the laptop plugged into the inverter. And this inverter is a lot smaller than the one I had before. The good news is this laptop only needs about 45 watts. The inverter is 100 watt. So I got that. Even though the battery should be okay in the laptop, I'm not taking chances. So we are going to plug the laptop into the inverter, which plugs into the battery. The handheld is set to low power because, like I said before, the repeater's right down there, and I want to save battery power on that when I do this bluff testing. Other than that, I got to put the metal box back on, and I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to do another test to make sure that it sounds to be okay. So I'm going to put you on hold here for a second while I put the box on, and we'll start the video back up. Okay, here's how it's going to look like. Yes, I didn't paint the box yet. I don't know if I'll have time to, but nevertheless, this is how it's going to look. Padlocks will go on each side. A lock will go there, and a lock will go there. The rack is bolted down, obviously. I'll put a trailer lock on the trailer. I'll also put a chain through the rack and through the bar, through this bar, through here, and then put a chain just to make it a little more difficult. And that's how it's going to work. This is how the repeater is going to look. Let's do a radio check. Radio check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Seems to work. I'm going to do a drive with a distance test just to make sure everything's okay with the metal box on. And if everything checks out okay, then I guess the next step is go into the bluff. And we got to wait for some weather that's pretty decent for that. But that's the plan. So unless something comes up, the next video hopefully will be the on the bluff testing, which is 590 feet above the city. I have permission to do a repeater test. This is the antenna up there. Like I said, I showed you the guide ropes. So that's how we're doing that. And I'll put a trailer lock on the trailer, a couple trailer locks. I do also have a trailer lock. It's meant to put through the hitch part of the trailer so that you can't open the lever. I have one through here so no one can lift the pole out. So I put a trailer lock on there. Like I said, I do have PVC pipes I painted so no one can easily grab the coax cable. That's the old inverter there. That's my battery tender to keep the battery charged in between videos. So I hook that up to the battery and plug it in so it maintains the battery. But I'm going to do some distance quick testing here, and if it tests out fine, then we will be ready for the bluff. Please subscribe. If you have any questions, post them down below. Thank you and have a good day.